MS2, this is the LPD on Air to Ground 1. How do you read? Over.
LPD on a 2, read all clear, how many?
Welcome to U.S. Space Camp. Our week at Space Camp is an introduction to an exciting future among the stars, exploring a universe of science and technology. We experience the sensations of astronaut training, see the space program in the making, and touch the history of space exploration. One of our first activities is rocket construction. Building a rocket helps us understand how they work. We learn about aerodynamics, thrust, staging, and recovery systems. It takes several days to put everything together. Once our rockets are finished, we take them to the special launch site. These rockets use special solid rocket motors, and they can soar more than 1,000 feet into the air before their parachutes pop out and the payload flutters softly back to Earth. Most rockets make it, but some don't. Well, maybe next time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
for those missions to the moon had to learn how to walk on the lunar surface, where gravity is only 1/6 of that on Earth. That could cause problems for astronauts working in bulky spacesuits. They trained using equipment like Space Camp's Moonwalk training chair. The springs offset 5/6 of a person's weight, so he feels like he's walking on the moon. Using a water tank to train astronauts for spacewalks, it used a 5 degrees of freedom training simulator. In Space Camp, they call it a 5DF. Gemini astronauts use the 5DF to train for the first American spacewalks. The chair is on pivots, so it can cartwheel or somersault, and it actually flies on compressed air, a tiny fraction of an inch above the floor. Since it's flying, you can move forward and backward, from side to side, or spin like a top. The only thing you can't do in the 5DF that you can do in space is move up and down. That's why NASA uses the big water tank to train astronauts now. Because of weightlessness and because food in a spacecraft cannot take up much space, astronauts eat a diet that includes dehydrated, freeze-dried, and vacuum-packed meals. The Space Camp astronaut meal includes freeze-dried green peas, strawberries, and freeze-dried ice cream.
And now the Saturn team would like to present Saturn V. Our sponsors are Boeing and Rockwell.
There are two solar panels, and they're connected by wires, and they're placed so that when the space station orbits, the sun will always hit them.
The solar panels are the main source of energy because if they use fire for the main source of energy, it will take up too much oxygen, and we need all those things, other things that we have, so we have to use sunlight.
The solar panels they're connected to wires which lead to the generators, and the generators provide energy. Well, they turn energy in and provide it for the whole space station.
And this are the radio transmissions, and they're made for crisp and clear communications to and from Houston and also in the space station.
The Solar Lab has equipment for animal research, deep space mapping, and space observatories. The Solar Lab also separates from the main space station for more extensive research.
And thank you for watching our presentation. Are there any questions? Yes? It costs $32 million.
We go to a swimming pool and do a training exercise using a Skylab film canister. First, we try to move it without touching the bottom of the pool. We move, but the canister doesn't. That's what would happen to an astronaut floating in space. We also experience a rescue training exercise from the Gemini program. Astronauts were taught to jump from their spacecraft into a rescue raft, then paddle to a basket suspended from a helicopter. We use the Space Shuttle Columbia mock-up for our simulated space mission. An early part of our training is an introduction to the orbiter and to mission control. We need to know how everything works if we're going to have a successful mission. Our mission is a success. We do our experiments and land safely. Now is time for our debriefing. We review what happened during the mission and learn from our mistakes. This has been the culmination of our week at Space Camp. We learned a lot and had a lot of fun. Now it's time to receive the wings and certificates that prove we've completed Space Camp. Families and friends from around the country are gathered for the ceremony.
Each trainee, as they're called, will be receiving their wings, diploma of the week, and a picture.
Good afternoon. My name is Donna Harden, and I was the Saturn team leader this week. First, we have Danya Winterman was our tracking officer from Costa Mesa, California. Casey Haddon was our launch landing director, also from Costa Mesa, California. Shimon Isan was from our principal investigator. She is from Bryan, Texas.